Well, a new study claims around a third of Australian children will suffer from the irritating skin condition eczema at some stage of their lives, and modern society's obsession with better standards of hygiene may be to blame. Joining us from Sydney is dermatologist Dr Ann-Maree Kurzydlo and Roberta Horn, whose daughter Carly has eczema. Many thanks for your time to both of you this morning, and a really interesting issue to sort of look at, because I guess it's something that doesn't get a lot of attention, and it's a very frustrating problem. If we start with you, Jane, just tell us a little bit about how difficult this actually is.
For Carly, it was when she was born, she was diagnosed with eczema very early, which means we've been battling with keeping her skin under control for almost 10 years now. We find that this time of year, winter coming into spring, is a very difficult time of year for her, and combining the dryness with the allergies of the spring and the hay fever means that we have a very difficult time coming up for us.
And what, up until now, sort of treatments have you been able to give her, Roberta?
Part of our treatment has been moisturising. Trying to keep her skin moist is half the battle, because if we can keep her skin moist, we then keep the eczema at bay. If the eczema flares up, we do have to often use steroidal creams sparingly to get it under control.
Anne-Marie, if I can bring you into the discussion now, when you're looking at hygiene as a big issue, now I would imagine Roberta and many families would be trying to keep their homes as clean as possible. How has this come in as a possible factor?
Yeah, look, well, we've noticed there's been quite an increase in the incidence of eczema, particularly in industrialised countries, and particularly in the last 3 years. And there's been a number of theories as to why this is the case, and one such theory is what's termed the hygiene hypothesis. This hypothesis basically suggests that by over-cleaning our children and over-cleaning our environments, it leads to less exposure to bacteria and organisms. And as a result, our children's immune systems aren't developing in such a balanced way, so they tend to be more skewed.
And of course that's been related to other issues like asthma and other things, so it's almost too much of cleaning up. And is it the product themselves, or it's just the immunity system?
Yeah,
really?
Look, if we could think of it in simplistic terms, if we think of the immune system as having two arms, the first arm deals with bacteria and infection, fighting infections. The second arm deals with developing allergic reactions, amongst other things. So if our immune systems, in a sense, aren't being occupied by dealing with bacteria and dealing with infections, we tend to find that the immune system tends to then skew towards development of allergies. And as a result, we start to react, or our bodies react, our immune systems react to things that are otherwise innocuous or harmless in our environment, like pollens and animal dander and that sort of thing.
And so, very briefly, is your advice to throw all of those extra sort of cleaning products out, or how should families proceed?
Well, I think nowadays in every room of the house we're using antibacterial products, and the problem with doing this is that we're eliminating not only the nasties, the bacteria that cause infection and illness, but also a whole range of harmless bacteria, which are actually very important in educating our immune systems. So we suggest that, cutting back on using the antibacterial products, being sensible, and we're not by any means suggesting that you start living in squalor, but I think just using a sensible approach is the way to go.
Yes, squalor not required. Thanks to both of you. And Roberta, good luck with Carly through the next season.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks.
Squalor not needed, although that sounds like a green light to let your kids go and play in the dirt some more.
Oh, I think that's exactly what they want, especially from a young age. Stop protecting them too much.
The problem is they start eating it.
Nothing wrong with that.
Actor Ashton Kutcher is a social media giant with over 14 million Twitter followers. He's also a savvy tech investor.